Yes, sir. We're back with another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by BettingPros. You know me, the voice of the guys, me, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. If this wasn't a family-friendly show, I would be yelling expletives, breaking things. Very, very frustrated by the effort of the Clippers in that game. I mean, let's just go ahead and get to this. Very, very, very frustrated from the effort of the Clippers in that game. A number of things that really, really were annoying. They put themselves behind. They couldn't buy a shot at any portion of the game. Couldn't buy a shot. James Harden is a masterful disappearing act in the playoffs yet again. And I can't believe I allow James Harden to let me do this every time, man. He puts himself in a good position every time. Every time I let him let me down like this. Uh I mean, the record, you see the record for the week. The record in 2 days is really bad. And granted, it really doesn't look that bad because we got the Pistons on the money line tonight. Because I sprinkle on my money line dogs always. So like it doesn't look that bad. And shout out to OG for cashing at the moment of death just so that we hit over on OG points props. Shout out to him, by the way. Knicks Pistons didn't go over, so Cade didn't go over. Cade was in foul trouble early in the game. That was annoying. Orlando was tied. No, Orlando was up at half. Orlando was up at half and then completely meltdown, extreme meltdown in the second half. But the Clippers is the one that hurt. There goes Clippers 4-2 future. Probably. I mean, they got to switch something up for game 6, or that's it for the Clippers on the money line for the series. There's so many. That's crazy. I had a whole list of things I wanted to say about the Clippers and just rant that I had to go on here. But as we go on, I just get a big headache, a giant James Harden Ty Lue sized headache right here in my head. And I don't even feel like it anymore. So, you know what? Just you saw the Clippers game. I was dead wrong. Dead wrong. Completely wrong. Very annoying. It's cool. Fine. Can't say I don't be betting this stuff, man, because that Clippers one really irritated me. It really, really, really got me. It really did. All right, enough of talking about that Los Angeles team. Let's talk about the other Los Angeles team because they are the team that we are going to highlight in this week's Chasing Challenges brought to you by Microsoft. So, I wanted to make sure that I let you all know that this week's Chasing Challenges is brought to you by Microsoft. Just like the athletes who push boundaries and redefine what's possible, business decision makers today are turning challenges into opportunities. Microsoft meets you where you are with tools and guidance to help you make an impact with safe, secure AI solutions. Players and teams are facing their own challenges. In this segment, we spotlight teams a team that is currently undergoing a challenge, what that means from a betting standpoint, and how I think they can overcome this challenge. Whatever challenge you are facing, Microsoft empowers you with the expertise to say, bring it on. This week, we are discussing a challenge faced by the Los Angeles Lakers because LeBron James, you and this Lakers team, well, have the Lakers, yeah, have yet again found yourself in a 3-1 deficit. I will admit this for you. You do have a really good chance of getting out of this one because, at the very least, in this 3-1 deficit, you have 2 home games. Most teams that find themselves in a 3-1 deficit have to try to go win 2 games on the road and to crawl out of that hole. You've got 2 games at home. Protect home court. You protect home court, win 1 game on the road, and then guess what? You're back in this series. Now, is it that easy? No, because you put yourself in this predicament because you couldn't close in the fourth quarter. You had multiple times that you could have closed this team out in the fourth quarter, and you could have been up 2 games in this series, Lakers, and you didn't. And so here's what has to happen. You have to, one, reinvigorate whatever mojo you have defensively. You have to reinvigorate it. Two, the role players have to come up big in this game. They have to come up big on the road. That's really going to be the one. Scott Foster, good chance. I don't have the ref report. The ref report drops at 9 a.m. in the morning, I believe is when the NBA drop it. I don't have the ref report. Good chance Scott Foster is the ref in this game. I mean, he's the extender, and you send in the extender for series like this. So there's a good chance that the Lakers do move on past this game. If they do, the role players got to play well at home in game 5. They have to play amazing on the road in game 6. Or you're going to Cancun, Cabo, Tulum, whatever it is. You're going. I I think that where I was wrong in the handicap is the amount of times that Minnesota would win the close games, but I did admit that there would be the close games. These are the close games. The Lakers have to find a way to win the close games. LeBron James, you can't go scoreless in the fourth quarter like you did last time. You have to be able to put up points in the fourth quarter. It's you and Luka Doncic just the offense right now. Again, doesn't need to be just LeBron James and Luka Doncic as the option. Everybody else needs to step up and be able to put the ball in the basket, but unfortunately they can't. And this Lakers team has struggled to score for majority of this series. So when you're at home, try getting over 100 points this time. Let's do that. Let's get over 100 points at home. Score the basketball. Gotta figure out ways to score against this Minnesota defense. So I don't know how they do it. I think they're going to struggle. I think they just squeak over 100. I don't think that they soar over 100, but I think they just squeak over 100 in this game. I think Minnesota defensively on the road in this series has been really, really good in those 2 instances that they've had. And I think that this is a slow paced game, as it was in the first 2 games on the road in LA. They took the air out of the ball. It was a lot of half court offense, and Minnesota in game 1 hit their shots. The Lakers did it. Game 2, the Lakers were able to respond defensively, still weren't able to hit a bunch of shots. This time the Lakers got to hit their shots. I think they hit a little slightly more, but not enough to get over this total. So that's how I'm betting this one. Under 209.5, Timberwolves and Lakers. I think the Lakers do get the win. How do they get the win? It's on the back of the defense, which was so good after trading Anthony Davis. And I have to give JJ Redick his credit for that. That the defense has gotten better. They found ways to hide Luka. Jerry Vanderbilt has played really well. Dorian Finney-Smith has played really well. LeBron James has reinvigorated himself defensively. And when it comes to the fourth quarter, at least what I can say is I may not know if the Lakers are going to close out this time or if it's going to be Minnesota winning a fourth quarter yet again. But what I do know is that the Lakers are tired. LeBron James is older. The Lakers look gassed in the fourth quarter multiple times. And so that should impact the scoring. So even if this is going with an over pace in the fourth quarter, we may be able to get a dead quarter that brings us back under here. So I like under 209.5. That is how I'm betting this here on Fast Break Bets. So with that being said, that's it for this week's chasing challenges. Remember, Microsoft AI solutions empower you to take bold steps and make informed decisions, sparking new ideas to help drive your business forward. Microsoft, as your trusted partner, you can navigate your journey with confidence, finding innovative solutions and reaching new possibilities. Visit Microsoft.com/challengers to learn more. All right. Let's get in play number 2. This one's going over. Wrong one. There we go. This one's going over to the prop bet cheat sheet. We're going to go with Amin Thompson. Amin Thompson to go over 7.5 rebounds here. I will admit, there are some 6.5 rebounds that you can dabble in still here if you would like to. However, I'm going to take my stab at the 7.5 for plus money because I don't want to lay all that juice on the 6.5 rebounds. I think both of these are still going to be really good plays because they're going to need Amin Thompson on the boards. I think one thing that gets lost in a lot of teams after a loss is what you did well in that loss that probably didn't contribute to you losing. The Rockets won the rebounding battle again in that last game. And so that put them in a really good position to be in the game at all. You don't want to lose that going into the last game when you're down 3-1. You got to put all the pieces together, have a complete game, especially if this is that game where, hey, it's the extender game where the team that's down 3-1 throws the kitchen sink. They're at home. They extend the series one more game, give themselves a chance on the road. Okay, if you're telling me Houston's going to be able to do that, they have to win the rebounding battle. They have to win the rebounding battle. So the Warriors have done a better job of trying to keep Şengün off of the glass. They have now found out that they are going to hack Steven Adams late in game, get him out of the game, and not let him affect the glass late. Somebody who's going to be rebounding, especially cleaning up after the battle in the paint between Draymond Green, Alperen Şengün, Steven Adams, Quentin Pose, Kevon Looney, is Amin Thompson. Amin Thompson is always on the floor because of his defense. Amin Thompson is always around the rim, grabbing rebounds. He's gone over this rebound prop in 2 games in the 3 games in this series already. And he has an opportunity to be able to do well. He went over 6.5 rebounds. I'm sorry. So 6.5 rebounds in 3 games this season. So that's where you see that 6.5 number coming up because he's 3 for 4 in this season, in this series. Then you have 7.5 rebounds. He's been over that twice this series. So we're getting plus money here. He's been over it twice. I think there's an opportunity here for him to get over it a third time just because they need to stay active around the glass. I think that he has a good chance for his rebounding. I like Tari Eason as well. And I think the prop bet cheat sheet actually has Tari Eason up here as a good play. But prop bet cheat sheet has Amin scheduled here for 8.6 rebounds, 75% cover probability. I like this look. I think that he's been good on it over the course of the season, 47 and 25. So he's been really, really good rebounding all year. We need him to come up big for us here in this game against the Warriors. And I don't know if the Rockets win. I don't know if the Rockets end up getting an early trip to Cancun. But I do think that regardless, Amin Thompson is going to have say-so around the rim. He's going to grab a bunch of those rebounds. I like him for 8. I'll take him over 7.5 here. I got the plus money, and I took the worst of the line. I didn't even go for the 6.5 and lay all the juice. No, I went straight for the plus money. I still think this is a good play. So those are the 2 plays that I have here for you. Boom. Lakers, T-Wolves, under 209.5. Amin Thompson, over 7.5 rebounds, plus money there. Let's get both of those. Let's climb out of this hole that I put myself in because we were doing good for some weeks there. And we had very, very consistent winning days. These are back-to-back losing days that felt pretty rough. So let's go ahead, get back in the slide, and get back into the rhythm of the NBA playoffs. All right. With that, I'm at really real __. Make sure you give me a follow on X and TikTok, at BettingPros on X and TikTok as well, at BettingPros NFL on Instagram and YouTube.com/BettingPros, where you can subscribe, like, comment, all of that stuff, and you'll get yourself a chance to win a signed Robert Horry Lakers jersey. But hurry up and get that in because we are giving away the jersey on May 2nd. So you need to hurry up and get those in. We're giving away the jersey May 2nd. So make sure you get it in. Subscribe, comment, have a chance to win that jersey. All right. With that being said, that is it. Nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just gonna like this. Man, I'm really, really tight about the Clippers. Like, if you think anybody is more tight about the Clippers than me, they're probably not. I'm really, really like watering down how I feel about the Clippers for the show. And shouts out to the people that actually get to this part of the show and hear this rant. But I'm really, really toning down my feelings on the Clippers for this show. But very, very strong feelings negatively towards the Clippers right now. We're out of here.